Yo, 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 yo. Boy, look, man, this has been an eventful day, man. If y'all been following me, man, I've been putting out content all day. I'm tired, y'all. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna scoop up some energy just for y'all to come through and talk to us. Uncle Lou, what's good? Come through,
What's good
talk
on
to us
you?
right quick
Uncle Lou,
about
what's happening, man?
this eventful day, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, we got the pick of the litter, man.
Yeah, man.
Uncle Lou, we happy too, man. We happy too. But
Interesting developments
it's
for the
so
Atlanta Falcons.
man, it's so many coaches and so many GMs we can look at right now. We have absolutely no excuse to not pick the right guys to come in and change this team around. We have the talent. It's time to find that right bus driver, man. Want to put you off at the right stop after school. Cause you know you got some that'll take you all the way around the corner and drop you off, and then you lost. I think that's what happened to the last regime. They putting people off at the wrong stop. That's why they got kicked out the door. But before I keep going, man, and babbling on, man, I want to say what's up to the chat. But Chris, you know what to do. After Chris,
What's good?
Sean, you know what to do too, man. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Y'all know what's going on. Chris Tipmore, A1 Forever Sports. And I'm telling you, Falcon fans, it's just, first of all, man, Atlanta is on fire just in the tabloids, period, man. But Falcons in particular, we have so many things going on. We got a couple of interviews set up, trying to talk to some GMs, trying to talk to some head coaches. New head coach just became available. That's going to be a hot topic too, because he possibly shoots to the top of the list. I'm pretty sure for most Falcon fans. So the thing about it is, I'm glad that we didn't wait and see. I said with a third year, because now you do have a few guys you can choose from, and of
Facts.
course, like I said, that tip top at the top, man. You got John Harbaugh. But Sean, let them know what's going on.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the tip, man. Y'all done seen me before on Chris and Smitty's shows and stuff like that. Y'all know me, man. I'm a gamer, man. Let's get it, GA, aka real name Sean. So, man, there's a lot of stuff going around. The city of Atlanta. Very exciting time. Hope we can get this thing right, like my boy said, man. And I'm just waiting to see what happens next, just like everybody else, man. Let's get it popping.
Hey, you know it. But before we get it popping, man, y'all in the chat, man, it's 66 of y'all tuning in right now
Mm-hmm.
already. So y'all see
Yes,
the
sir.
link right there
In.
in the chat. Y'all go to the YouTube, Red and Black Nation. Go check it out. Go subscribe. Another Falcon YouTuber finna bless y'all airways, man. My boy Sean finna kick his thing off already. So he's at 17 subscribers. There's 76 people in here. Let's get him up to 50, man. Just started off the right way,
Started
man.
off strong.
Yeah, started
Oh,
off 50 subs. That's what I need. 50 subs. When you sub
Smitty
to
and
A1
Tip, did y'all
forever.
mind if I spoke on that real quick?
All right, go ahead. You got it.
Um, First of all, appreciate that, Smitty and Tip. Chat. Smitty has been on my ass about this for the past 2 years. I kept procrastinating, and it just got to the point where, I was like, okay, let's do it. So I have my big brother thank me for giving me that kick that I desperately need, man. And about one thing about me, man, y'all done seen me on here before. I'm gonna be my authentic self. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, what's on my mind. I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncut. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
for the fact
I
that
know it.
my brothers Smitty and Chris Tip Moore, for them to help me out and trying to help me grow, it speaks volumes to these brothers right here, man. So Tip, Smitty, I can't thank y'all enough, man. Love y'all. Chat, man, out. Like I said, man, just come and support me, man. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. That's all I know how to do. But that's
Hey,
all. I'm gonna leave
facts.
it at that.
That's facts, man. And the link is in the chat. So y'all click the link up under is under A1 Forever Smitty Sports Machine. Y'all see the link. Please click on it, go to his channel, hit that subscribe button, and help him start his journey off the right way, man. Just like y'all helped me, because I got people been following me, man, since I had about 50 subs, and that's been about 5 years. So salute to them, man, and them doing their thing, man. So we appreciate y'all, man, for going to support our boy, man. But let's get into this thing, man. HO, what's good, man? Can't wait till tomorrow night. The show tomorrow night, man. We're gonna have a blast,
Yes,
like we
sir.
always do, man. We got to give a shout out to RJ, man. RJ been dropping news since
My
7 o'clock
bro
in the
RJ,
morning.
yes, sir.
So look, when I'm tired, got to take a break. He's still dropping articles. He's still dropping stuff for me to read, stuff for me to do content on. And he's the reason why I stay ahead of the game, man. Dirty Bird Gang, we appreciate you, my guy. We appreciate you.
Hey, Dirty
Yes,
Bird, thank you, brother. Thank you, man. God bless.
Uncle Louis, he does have a Twitter page. So if you
It's
can,
my
Sean, put it.
Twitter is at Let's Get It GA. Just like y'all see it on the screen, it's at Let's Get It GA. Sean T. Hambrick is right up under there. I'm right on Twitter too.
It's HAUN.
Yep. Just like you see it on the screen. C Samuels 45. Let's Get It GA is right there, brother.
So you know you got 2 subs from this channel already.
Right.
So y'all keep pressing that subscription button.
PG, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Clay, what's good? Chris said John Harbaugh to Green Bay and Matt LaFleur to Atlanta. That would be something.
Something else.
That would be something. Solomon,
Hey.
what's good, my guy?
Crazy.
Zulu Warrior.
I'm gonna talk
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Chris.
Now, I was
Jay
just
Coop.
about to say about Harbaugh. His agent said that he received 7 phone calls, and there were 6. There's 6 openings. I mean, well, 7, but of course, he's not going to the Ravens. But so it's like he received 7 phone calls. I wouldn't be
Somebody trying
surprised.
to trade him out.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers was one of those phone calls.
I could see it. Because they've been talking about Matt LaFleur for a minute. And look, if they get rid of Matt LaFleur, Falcons need to be the first team to pick up the phone. I love Clint Kubiak. I love what John Harbaugh can bring culture wise, because I know he was groomed by one of the best GMs in the league, in league history. So when you look at it, man, it's just so much to talk about. But this is what we're gonna talk about first, man. We're gonna switch it out to Matt Ryan, man. Matt Ryan.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham are 2 of the biggest stories out there, man. And when you think about Matt Ryan as an Atlanta Falcon and what I've been hearing about, he's possibly damn, that's the wrong one. He's possibly coming in as the new president of football operations. It's something that they just created. And it's no surprise, because I think he's being groomed to be a GM down the road. I've been saying that for about 4 or 5 days. We got really longer than that, because when I found out they were bringing him in, and he's been talking to the Falcons for a while, that was, to me, that was the fire starter to the end for Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot. Because when you think about the draft last year, I think that was Terry Fontenot's last chance. I think that was Raheem Morris' last chance. And Chris, and Sean talked about how their job depended on how well the quarterback situation went. And it didn't go well, because you pay Kirk Cousins $180 million. Then on top of that, you dropped the injury-prone Michael Penix, and he ended up getting injured, and he missed, a good portion of the season with a knee injury. So when you think about it, everything fell into place just like we figured it would. Because one thing about it, when somebody gives you an ultimatum, you got to go by, you got to do what you got to do to win football games. And one thing about Raheem and his staff, they just, they don't know how to close out games, and it showed down the stretch. Even though we won 4 straight, 2 of those games were given to us. The other team just didn't want to win. So y'all saw the hug Mr. Blank gave Raheem Morris at his final press conference. That was one of them, get your ass out the door, because it's time to, start on a new future. But Matt Ryan, new president of football operation, we'll start there. Chris, what you think? What you got?
Again, I'm really on the same wave that I've been on with this. It's just, I know, well, first of all, the reports are out that he would not be trying to juggle 2 different gigs. So if he comes in, he's going to be all in on the gig, and that's what you want, because that's one thing I was wondering if he was going to try to juggle both. But this new role that was created for him, I think it could have an impact on the hiring process with the GM and, of course, head coach. Also, I wouldn't mind if all those guys got together and possibly figure out what's going to be the quarterback situation as well. So I think he's going to, and Matt Ryan was a former quarterback, so I would really figure he would definitely be heavy on what's going to happen with the quarterback situation, trying to get a rich quarterback, etc. But ultimately, just for the Falcons in this president role, and you have in him and Ian Cunningham, interviewing, this coming close to the weekend, Thursday or Friday for both. So it's like, okay, you have this, but the Falcons do have to make a move, and they only have 2 months before they have to make a decision that we're going to talk about. But you still, regardless of the decision, you still have to figure out who's going to be your quarterback week 1, who you're going to have in here for quarterback competitions, like what's going to be the direction. And I think Matt Ryan, being in that president of football role, is going to have a heavy hand on what's going to happen with the quarterback situation, especially, like I said, him playing the position all those years.
Yeah, I agree. Sean, what you think about Matt Ryan?
Now, I'm gonna be real. First of all, Matt Ryan's a legend. I agree with you when you said in your video earlier, big bro. He's the best Falcon of all time. Let's just get that out of the way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I like the idea. Matter of fact, I don't like the idea. I love the idea. My only suggestion is like because this is a new role for him, he doesn't have any work experience. I would suggest that he surround himself with people that has been in this type of field and knows what they're talking about. But him being a former player here and knowing what it takes to win, I love the idea. I love the idea. Especially at the quarterback position, because I agree with you guys. The bridge quarterback, who we bring in next season as the quarterback, that's going to be key. Because let's just be real with it, fellas. We have not got the quarterback position right since he's left. Let's just keep it 100.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation that we're in, and if he comes in, I just hope, we get this thing right. So I love the idea of him coming in.
Yeah, I hope they don't hold his hand too, man. Like, of course you're gonna help him out, but one thing that you look at a guy like John Lynch, because he became a GM, seemed like out of nowhere overnight, but he did surround himself with veteran leadership and veteran guys too. I want to see if Matt Ryan is allowed to bring in maybe a couple of other guys that's veterans around him, or will the GM, or maybe having like Ian and also still having Greg Beatles, again, somebody that's been with the Falcons over 31 years. Are those going to be like his go-to type guys to really like help him along, or is Matt going to be able to bring somebody else in that he personally likes? Like, it's so interesting because I want to see which way this is going to go. We've done things so collaborative so much to the point to where I want to know if the Falcons are going to give guys roles and tell them to do their job and see what happens then, or is it still going to be everybody's hand in the pot? Is everybody still going to be meeting at the round table like the Knights? Like, it'd be interesting to see. But ultimately, a guy with no front office experience, he's still going to have somebody around him, somebody helping him. But I don't want it to be.
I think that'll be Beatles. I think it'll be Beatles because he just got
him to be able to make.
Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I just still want him to make decisions though. Like,
agreed.
A Matt Ryan decision, not a collective effort or not a collective thought.
Yeah, agreed. And I think Greg Beatles getting the CEO and president job and kicking Rich McKay out the way, even though Rich McKay will still be in the building. I think honestly, and I told y'all this the other day when me and Chris did a live stream, I think Josh Blink is going to find a way to steer him all the way out. And what I mean by that, he's going to stay in Arthur Blank's face and ear as soon as he hears something stupid as to what Rich McKay suggests. And as I told y'all, Josh may be the future of this franchise because he's younger. He can, adapt to what's going on in the NFL. He can tell Arthur the evolution of what's going on. And Rich McKay may be still stuck on that 2000 stuff he did with the Bucks. Who knows? But at the same time, Arthur Blank is not going to be here forever. So it's time for Josh to take over anyway. So you saw him in the draft room the last couple of years, and I'm sure he had some say so as to what went on in the draft room. So this is now, as we look at it, this is now the fresh start what the Falcons have needed for years. I would say about 5 to 6 years. We knew McKay was the problem. We knew, hiring these coaches that had no business being here longer than they did. I think I think it's time for that to stop, and I think it's gonna stop. So when you look at Matt Ryan as a whole, that's the way he brings to his team, and you noticed it right off the bat because he was at training camp a whole lot, right off the bat before they even let the fans in. He stayed at Flowery Branch. So even during his off time from CBS, he was at Flowery Branch. So I think honestly he's been, behind the scenes for a while. I think he was using CBS as an anchor to network and learn how to get information and all that good stuff. What GMs and front office people have to do when they have to talk to people and network because of trades, because of draft picks, because of learning how to work the draft, just what general managers and front office personnel need to do. That's what he's been doing. So now I think it's just out on Front Street that he's doing it. But I just think it's something that started probably about 6-7 months ago.
Well, on that note, Smitty, if he does take this job, I don't see how he does both. This job
he won't do both.
And maintaining it. I'm sorry, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
He won't do both. You're right. I don't see how he would do it, but he won't do both. They've already said once he locks in with the Falcons, he's locked in. That's that. So CBS gonna take a back burner, and if he always needs a job, he can go back to CBS when he get ready. I wouldn't go to CBS my damn self, but you know what I mean. Go ahead. My bad.
No, that's all I was speaking on. I don't know how he could juggle 2 jobs, especially at that magnitude. I don't see how he does it. So it's got to be one or the other. And I'm with you, big bro. I believe once he takes this position right here, I believe he's locked in. So, that's all I want to say.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's definitely going to.
I got a question for you, Chris.
What you got? I don't care who we hire. Please know Kevin Stefanski. Well, I mean, the thing about it is he is a candidate, family. I mean, you can't sit up here and deny it. Kevin Stefanski is somebody that actually Ian Cunningham is rumored to be kind of fond of. So if Cunningham gets in here and he gets up together with Matt Ryan, you never know. We could have Stefanski here.
Agree. And
I mean, he's not at the top of my list, but
Oh yeah, I know you told me that. But the reason why I don't have a problem with Kevin Stefanski is because it's football knowledge when it comes to offense. What have we been having problems with the last couple of years? The offensive side of the football. Then you look at his background. He developed many quarterbacks during his time in Minnesota, Cleveland, and he was somewhere else. But no, he was in Minnesota about 12, 13 years. So he's been Minnesota and Cleveland. And he's a 2-time coach of the year. He helped with Deshaun Watson. He helped with Baker Mayfield. So he's worked with quarterback, helping them develop. I don't know why he couldn't take Baker to the next level in Cleveland. But again, whoever we bring in, I think the West Coast style offense that he brings. Now, remember, all these guys come from the Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay type tree, and they're running the same offense for some reason. And you saw it with Shador, and that's a whole nother story. That's another quarterback he could have developed, but for some reason, it was turmoil there, and it's just something that he got to fix when he lands his next job. So, look, Stefanski, the reason why I don't have a problem with it because his prowess he brings as an offensive coordinator and as an offensive mind. So, if he comes, hey, I'm all with it, and whoever is the head coach, I'm going to support them 100%. Go ahead, Sean.
Well, my take on Stefanski is I'm with you, Smitty. I don't have a problem with it, and I'm gonna tell you why. One thing that I think a lot of people get misconstrued that, we seen what's transpired over the past couple of years. Let's just keep it real. The Deshaun Watson experience was atrocious, but that wasn't on Kevin Stefanski. That was on the front office. When they guaranteed them all that money up front, you gonna get this regardless of what the fact is. That was not Kevin Stefanski. That was the front office. But we all know how this works. When it comes to the front office, if stuff don't go right, it's always the fall guy. And I truly believe Kevin Stefanski, especially with the quarterback situation, this quarterback carousel, it's never worked out. It's never panned out. He hasn't had a solid quarterback, in these past 3-4 years. And let's not forget, too, he's a 2-time coach of the year, bro. That's just the facts. Yeah. So the man knows what he's doing. He just haven't had solid quarterback play.
Facts.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
He had a solid defense. If he would have had a quarterback, we probably having a different conversation. Yeah. So I would not put all the blame on Kevin Stefanski. Personally, I think he was just a raw deal because of that Deshaun Watson situation. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
And another thing, to his credit, he's never had a number one wide receiver, no matter who was the quarterback. And that in football, that matters. A lot of y'all might not think about that, but that matters. Every offense needs a number one receiver. That's just like we throw Penix or Cousins or anybody out there without Pitts, without London. It's just an average offense. Now they did go out and draft what's the kid named Harold Fannin from Bowling Green, and they brought in Jerry Judah, who is up and down, and he's shaky. They have had Amari Cooper, that didn't work out. So until they get a number one receiver, if he had stayed there, it would have been the same problem. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not the first guy on my list either. But if they bring him in, he's a solid offensive mind. That's all I'm saying. It's just like if we bringing in Clint Kubiak, it's the same thing. Is he proven? No, because it'll be his first head coaching job. So you got to take the bitter with the sweet. Sometimes it's guys that we don't want, but at the same time, you got to give it a shot.
But I with the whole Kubiak thing, I feel like he's just getting started, so he's more so on the upside. The thing with Stefanski, I'm not taking away none of his accolades because the man's darn sure earned them up there in Cleveland, okay? It's just I feel like it is still smart to try to weigh his past success versus the recent success or lack thereof, recent shortcomings. And I know that's with quarterbacks, that's with, roster, that's with play calling. Some of the fans up there, they worry about his aggressive play calling. They worry about his in-game situation.
Facts.
So it's just, I feel like you still should at least not be so hasty and just be like, okay, Stefanski. No, I don't think you should do that. And Kubiak, even though Kubiak, this is his first season of real success that he's seen. He's been a coordinator since 2021, but this is the first year of success. I think, and Smitty, you even said this yourself, I think I'd rather take a risk on a guy that it may be coming in and he's trying to get it right, and it may be a season. Right. Like, we're not going to win anyway, but at least he has an opportunity to try to mold the team in his image. And if this is where we're staying competitive and try to win playoff games after that, I think that would be so, because Stefanski come in, we better be playoffs like that ASAP. You know what I'm saying? Or he gonna be out the door. So
and we start over again. Agreed.
Yeah, you know how the fan base be, man. We kind of impatient, and you already being side-eyed by most of this fan base anyway. You come in here and you be fooling around and doing similar things, and we just not winning games. People are gonna be for your head too.
True. First of all, said thank you for the donation, my brother. He said I seen post Phillip Rivers is in the head coaching cycle, and if y'all don't know, Phillip Rivers has coached high school football for the last 5 years. And he said I'm scared he's going to be listed for the Falcons. I hope I'm not falling for bait or fake pages. He may be in the cycle, but I don't think he gets consideration until he goes and probably take a positional job and learn the speed of the NFL. And don't get me wrong, he's a quarterback, so he's very knowledgeable. But at the end of the day, I think he needs experience in the NFL, no matter if he played 17 years or not.
Bro,
I agree.
let me tell you something, bro. I would go down to and German suplex somebody if we was to
I
hire
knew that. I knew that was coming.
Oh, my thing is, imagine hiring in this day and age hiring Phillip Rivers over a John Harbaugh or a Clint Kubiak or even a Kevin Stefanski.
You seen that dude with the gas can, Chris, who would be standing in front of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium? That would happen for real.
You'll see me next to him squatting down with the bazooka. We get this over with fast.
Shaka said Harbaugh is 180 and 113 since 2008. It's 17 years, 18 in football seasons. In the regular season, 13-11 in the playoffs. And he has won the Super Bowl. And I'll take that cultural change in the A. And, Shaka texted me a little bit earlier, said the same thing. And I get where he's coming from. And he doesn't mean by, black and white and pink and blue. He doesn't mean like that. He means the culture that he's coming from, as I talked to y'all about Mike McDonald last year before he went to Seattle. It's the same thing, Jim Harbaugh. He coached up under him. He's under that same tree with Baltimore. They have an identity of defense. He means if John Harbaugh comes, he knows he's going to bring identity with him, and he's going to implement it with the Falcons. And don't get me wrong, and as I told y'all, it won't be a bad thing because guess what? The Falcons could build an identity on defense with what they drafted in last year's draft. That's a good building block. So Harbaugh is one of those names you definitely have to consider. But again, you're just thinking that he's probably going to go to New York because of the media market. And I saw somebody say he may take a year off. I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll get right back to it, try to implement what he did in Baltimore, bring in the right system and the right players, because I think a young team like the New York Giants could use a young coach like that, just like the Falcons could. So it's just something to think about. But what y'all think about John Harbaugh and his culture?
I mean, John Harbaugh and the culture, I'm with it but I just don't understand why he would pick the Giants over Atlanta. I mean, the Giants' defense is
media market. I keep telling you, he media market.
The thing about it is, so what? That's not putting no money in your pocket. That's not putting wins. That's not their roster is nothing outside of Malik Neighbors, who, by the way, still got to come back from an ACL, by the way. And then you also got Jackson Dart, who don't know how to slide. He's concussion prone. So I'm like, your defense is nothing. You don't have like a legitimate running back, that's worth it like that. But guess who does? The Atlanta Falcons. Guess who has a decent offensive line? The Atlanta Falcons. Guess who has a defense that doesn't have to have surgery like the Giants defense? The Falcons defense, they need a few tweaks, a few good pieces that you possibly he maybe can influence. You never know to come over just because he's John Harbaugh and people like playing for guys like that and being in that type of culture. At the end of the day, I feel like outside of the Ravens job, we are the best looking job that you can get because even the Ravens defense looks bad. The Falcons number 2 in sacks. We got bookends right now and building off of a defensive identity. We've been talking about that anyway. Possibly the defense be the strength of the team and the building block of the team. You bring somebody like Harbaugh in, he's won games with an offense that's shaky, an offense that doesn't really have a quarterback, and he's trying to kind of piece it together. You have somebody in Harbaugh that has that experience, and at least if you do need a bridge, you have somebody that's able to handle the bridge. You feel me?
Agreed. Now, Uncle Steve, he brought up a point that my boy Shaka brought up earlier when we were talking via text. He said, fellas, any thought that Harbaugh could bring Chuck Smith back home? And that's something that we've all thought about. And as I've been saying, what if, a coach comes back and he starts to implement former Falcon players into his coaching staff? Because y'all got to remember, Terrence Mathis is not a head coach at Morehouse. He's a great receivers coach, and we need a receivers coach. Defensive line coach, I love Nate Ollie. Hope he comes back, but what if he doesn't? You bring in a Chuck Smith to fill that spot, we don't skip a beat. Then you think about what was the other guy's name? The other former player that's a coach. It skipped my mind just that quick. But you get what I'm saying. What if he just implements that, and even bringing in, John Abraham to help, consult the pass rusher. Just simple stuff like that. Because we know it happened in Baltimore, because they always had Ray Lewis around, Jamal Lewis, all these guys. They always, brought their knowledge back to the team. So look, I don't have a problem with it. That's a good point, Uncle Steve.
See, and that's what I'm saying though. Like, are you talking about like would he come in as like a defensive coordinator? Are we talking about a pass rush coordinator? Because I mean, yeah, if you lose Nate Ollie, okay, yes, I'm for Chuck Smith. But are we talking about bringing him in as a defensive coordinator, or is he just like helping the pass?
He probably would be the defensive line coach of the pass. The outside, he was the outside linebacker coach in Baltimore, and that's exactly what James Pierce and Javon Walker do. Sorry, yeah, Javon Walker. This is what they do. So Jalen Walker. I'm sorry,
Jalen Walker.
Yeah, Jalen.
That's what they do. Furball, no, it's not true. He's not considered as a Falcon. You don't have to be sorry. People put out fake information every day.
Yeah,
don't even worry about it. Trust me. That's why me and Chris here. Me, Chris, and Sean. That's why we here. That's why we here. So if you ever have a question, just come on through if you see us on the live.
You know it.
Personally, Smitty and Chris, I get what you're saying about John Harbaugh. He's a culture changer. I get that. Much love, much respect what he did. With his time in Baltimore. It just me personally. I want an offensive-minded head coach to come in. That's just me. Yeah, especially with the weapons that we have at our disposal on the offensive end. And here's the key: they're young. They're just not getting to their primes. We got to bring in an offensive-minded head coach that's going to finally unlock this offense, bro. When you got a Bijan, when you got a Drake, when you got a Kyle Pitts, you got a good offensive line. Quarterback is only the question. We have to bring somebody in that's going to, unlock the potential. Because in today's NFL, let's just keep it real. You got to put up points, bro. You got to put up points. But that's just my mindset.
Agree.
Bring in a guru that's going to unlock everybody on the offensive side of the ball. That's just my take.
That's what Craig was talking about. He said, I'm hoping the Packers are dumb enough to let LaFleur go because he's in the last year of his contract with no extension. I'm a Bears fan on Saturday. And again, we've been talking about Matt LaFleur. And
read the last part of that.
I'm a Bears.
No. Read the last year his contract.
Oh yeah, no extension.
They waiting on Saturday's game. Right? They waiting on Saturday's game to see what they gonna do. So Craig, you might be right, but Chris, go ahead. My bad.
No, I was just saying, but a couple of points actually, just because you gave me another point. We've heard that before, being in like nearly the last year of your contract with no extension, but there's certain GM that we just let go. So that could be an indication, like you just said, they are waiting to see what happens on Saturday. They get one and done, it could be no more LaFleur. And guess what? I would definitely take Matt LaFleur. We've talked about it. I've said it before. I have been kind of hoping that LaFleur would kind of have a few bad seasons just so he would get let go because I bring him in. I definitely would. Yeah. And he's an offensive-minded head coach. He can run the offense. My thing is not just run the offense. He can control the offense. It's not just about calling plays. That guy can control the offense. He's already been down here. You may get to keep Jeff Ulbrich. You never know. So especially if you come down here because that's another guy that he's worked with before. So offensive.
And to your point, Chris, if you don't mind, Smitty, I'm sorry. I just want to say this one point.
You gotta go ahead.
And to your point, Chris, who does Matt LaFleur have a close relationship with? Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan.
Yes,
just saying, just put it out there. Yeah, but go ahead. That's all. My bad.
Craig, thank you.
Connections.
Yeah, connection. That's what it's about. That's why I put that title on the thumbnail earlier today. Connection matter. You see, also the guy on the other side of Matt Ryan, Ian Cunningham. He's the assistant GM in Chicago, and Matt Ryan was teammates with his former head GM in Ryan Poles, and that is a connection right there. But Brian Flores and Tomlin are no nonsense guys. I agree, Craig. But they're also defensive guys. But if you want to build a defensive, let's say a defensive identity, yeah, you would go for a defensive coach. But at the same time, you got to hire the right guy to call plays, such as a Kyle Shanahan type offensive coordinator that you don't need to help at all. That really don't need that can take over the game when need be. That's what you're gonna have if you hire your defensive guy. I'm gonna just keep it real.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sometimes that's the only way that works in Atlanta. Because as y'all talked about with Bijan in his prime, Drake in his prime, Kyle ain't even hit his prime. He's just 24 years old and he's been in the league 5 years already. Think about that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and then also real quick, just an added point on some closure about the dismissal of John R. Harbaugh. Apparently, he was dismissed because of his refusal to even entertain any conversations about potentially moving on from offensive coordinator Todd Monken.
And it wasn't even his fault.
It wasn't.
It wasn't his fault.
It was not.
Willie, thank you for the donation, my brother. He said, I'll catch you on the replay. Smitty and Chris, we should move heaven and earth to get Harbaugh. I'm geeked up already for the potential moves. We all are, man. And potential is everywhere. Not only Harbaugh. We talking about, and the guy we just named, Todd Monken. He's another one of those guys. So we have so much to choose from. This is why I said the Falcons have no excuses. Not one. If they have an excuse, the only excuse it would be is if they do the same thing they did last time by hiring the coach before the GM. Then we in the same boat again, and it's going to be a problem again. But New York Giants said, Subterranean said, New York Giants is the number one destination. Dart's the best young quarterback. But see, this is what y'all got to understand about New York, and then I'll let y'all go. When you talk about a major city, a major media city, you got to think about commercials. You got to think about just pure promotion. Anything in a big market city, you're gonna get paid for it as a coach. It's just that simple. It's about the money when you go into a major city, a major media city, such as a New York, such as a LA, such as a Dallas or somewhere like that, Miami. You looking at promotion, you looking at big brand deals, you looking at all of that. That is the most alluring thing about being a coach in a big market city. And I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. But I got a question for y'all. I teach y'all, I got it. Trust me, we running behind because we trying to keep up because they coming in fast. But I got a question. What do y'all think the Falcons need to do as far as going out and finding the right GM? Because we all know that sometimes these friendship things, they don't always work out. Just look at what just happened with Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris. What do you think they need to do when they look for their next GM and what they need to bring in?
You go ahead, Sean.
I would say do one heavy ass background check. Sit down, have a conversation. See if it's not experienced, let's just see what his mindset is. What's your vision? What do you see this team? I'm the type of person I like to think long term. What's your vision 3, 4, 5 years from now? You see what I'm saying? And I think you should go off that. If the vision is aligned, then why not entertain it? I'm not saying no. Look at one person. No, look at multitude of people. And one thing about the GM, we have to get this right. If everything is a clean slate, everybody's gone. We have to nail this one. We have to nail this one. Because if we don't get this right after a total reset in the front office, then I don't know where the hell we're gonna go from here. But I would pick his brain, see what he knows, see what his vision is, and just really attack his mindset, whoever it may be. But you can't talk to just one person. You got to talk to a multitude of people, and just get an engagement off that. That's just my take.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really really piggybacking off of that, I really do agree. You do need to do your due diligence. And the main reason you need to do your due diligence because we cannot continue to, you know what I'm saying, be recycling GMs. And we also can't be just firing guys left and right with no kind of structure and no full plan without it. You know, like we gotta have some stability in Atlanta. We got to have, you know, it's like some of these franchises like like the Ravens or the Steelers. You know, I would love to have one guy that we can depend on for the next decade. And same for the GM. You know, I want some stability. I want some Falcon playoff games and etc. So we need to. I mean, we only have 2 months, yeah, but for the new league year. But we do need to make the right hirings, do the due diligence, like be on the phones. I feel like you need to have like the personal meetings, have multiple meetings. You know, different times of day, man. See like how people like tendencies are. All that different things. You got to like kind of really go down near DEA, CIA on this because you can't get this right. You can't afford to mess this up again. So, yeah, I'm thinking that you really do need to interview multiple guys. I don't think that just settling on the first guy that you interview be the best thing because, you know, it's just like that old saying, you know, don't pick the first thing you see when you first get in there. The next thing you know, you keep going down. You see something else you like, something else you like.
Right.
So, you know, you just gotta, you know, just do your due diligence. You can't afford to get this wrong. You can't.
I agree 200%, man, with both of y'all. You got to take your time with this process. We rushed it last time, and look how it cost us. If you just possibly bring Belichick in the last time as the GM and not the coach, I would have settled for that because I know he would have had structure. And if you would have put him in as the head coach, you probably would have took out the trash the last time. And that's what I look back and think about. So you know, timing is everything. Just like last hiring time 2 years ago, you've been blessed to be in another hiring, you know, spree that you can bring in a good GM and a good head coach, somebody that can work together, 2 veterans that can work together. But DA looked like he coaching in that picture. Appreciate the donation. He said next season we will start 0-1, the 1-1, then be the top team and lose 4 or 5 straight. You guys know me. I love Atlanta, but this is their cycle. I agree 200%.
Yep. He's not lying. He's not lying.
He do his thing, man. He do his thing. Shaka said, I'm sure Harbaugh has enough sense to bring in an outstanding offensive coordinator to unlock this offense. He's a proven winner and a leader. And y'all got to remember, as I keep telling y'all, Ozzie Newsome is his tutor, and Ozzie Newsome is one of the best in the business to ever be a GM in the NFL. Because look, he was with Baltimore ever since the beginning 30 years ago. So when you've been doing it that long, you know exactly what you're doing. DA also said, but I'm still gonna be the loudest at Mercedes-Benz Stadium next season. Yeah, he a diehard fan no matter what.
Yes, sir.
Our boy Dirty Bird Gang, we finally caught up with these super chats. Thank God. Guys, absolutely have to get it right. Right, GM, does he have a vision, structure, and accountability? And see, that's the thing. That is the key word, accountability. When you have accountability as a coach, as a GM, a lot of these things will happen. And see, because if Terry had accountability, if Raheem had accountability, Zach would have stayed here as long as he did. Just like Jimmy Lake lasted only 1 season, Zach should have been right out the door, right behind probably 4 or 5 games into this season. And the reason why he didn't, they didn't have no one to replace him to call plays. That was his saving grace. So this coach that comes in, please make sure you put position coaches, coordinators that can work together, that can grow together. And like I told y'all, that can help the head coach out when he have an off Sunday, or not only that, when he's in the film room and you try and discuss the game plan for the week and he's not understanding, you help him understand because you got a knowledge of what's going on and you can pick him up when he's down.
Right.
That's the most key thing it is when you being a head coach. Have a good support system. If you have a good support system, nobody can beat you. Nobody.
Yeah.
I think I did Zulu Warrior. I think I did.
Yeah. I think you're on caught up with everybody now.
Can I say something, fellas? If you don't mind,
Y'all go ahead.
Go ahead, Sean.
I just wanted to say this when I'm just reading Dirty Bird's comment. We have to get this right. Just just to bring it all home, chat, Smitty and Tip. Look what just transpired this past off season. We had Mike McDonald in the building. We don't want you. We had Mike Vrabel. No, we don't want you. Look where he at right now. Yeah, one has an MVP candidate at quarterback. He's not going to win it, but he's an MVP quarterback in Drake May in his second season.
Right.
Mike McDonald, the number one seed in the NFC. A first-year head coach. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there.
And speaking of the Seahawks and talking about bringing it back to Clint Kubiak again, the main thing, if Clint Kubiak is is being seriously considered, my thing is first-year head coach. I definitely want to see who you bringing in as your OC and your DC. That would be the main thing for me because honestly, I don't want.
That's what I mean by support system. Go ahead.
That's why I brought it up because you just talked about support systems, and you think about a guy like Sean McVay that when he started out being like the youngest head coach, he had experience on both sides. He wasn't crazy. Wade Phillips is a defensive coordinator, and I can't put my finger on who was the offensive coordinator to start out, but
Wade Phillips. You talking about he's in Houston?
No, I'm talking about when he was with Sean McVay when he first started. He was the defensive coordinator for the Rams.
Yeah. When they had Gurley and Goff. Yeah. Who was the offensive coordinator?
I can't put my finger
right now. Man, I know who it is. That's 2016, right? Is it tip of my tongue? I know who it is because he's actually an offensive coordinator now, and it's probably somebody we talked about.
Let's see.
What was the question again?
Who was the offensive coordinator when McVay? Saying 2017, it was Matt LaFleur.
Absolutely, that's who it was because he went straight to Green Bay right after that. It was absolutely because he left Atlanta and went there. Absolutely.
Yeah, he still technically has somebody with some experience, to a degree.
Basically, yeah.
So.
Basically. Another super chat, Dirty Bird Gang. Appreciate it, my guy. He's a guy that absolutely have to get this right. Right GM does have a vision and structure and accountability. Take time, find the right guy. Absolutely.
Got to.
It's just that simple.
Yep.
Just that simple.
Yep.
Me and Johnson were there as well. So, I mean, look. So, any more coaching candidates y'all looking at?
Shoot, man. I just know one thing too. As far as coaching candidates, it's like for me, it's LaFleur, Harbaugh, and really like Kubiak, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Brian Flores is like a dark horse, especially because relationships, him and Matt Ryan, and also and also Cunningham as well with some degree with that too. So you never know, he could be a dark horse. And I seen in the chat that in the super chat that he was talking about Brian Flores. Like, we can't forget about Brian Flores. He may be a dark horse out there, So, and I know we bringing in Anthony Weaver, but again, like I said, I don't think that he's going to be necessarily getting that job, especially with all these different candidates out here now, and you still don't know if something else may come down the pipeline again.
Right.
That Matt LaFleur thing, I'm telling you, like you could by the end of this weekend. And by Monday, you could be hearing Green Bay Packers move on from Matt LaFleur. Now you got Matt LaFleur. Now you got John Harbaugh. It's starting to become like a candy store for the Falcons. So the Falcons have no excuses. The Falcons should take time to get this right.
Since y'all had issues going into, I asked what guys you looking at. There are coaching candidates on this list with me and Chris put up about a month ago about diversity in offense and offensive play calling. Look who's at the top.
Clint
Kubiak.
Look who's number 5 on the list.
Matt.
Go down a little bit more. Who you got?
Number 4 on the list.
Todd Monken and Joe Brady. 2 other names that we haven't even mentioned.
Yes. Joe
Brady.
Yeah.
They're better than Ben Johnson, who's in the playoffs right now. Cliff Kingsbury, who just resigned from Washington. So there are guys out here, but just please don't go Chip Kelly. Thank you, God. Please don't.
No Chip Kelly. I'm good on Cliff Kingsbury for me personally for my Falcons. But my thing is going to this point.
I would listen to what I would bring him in for an interview, see what he's talking about. Because the Cliff Kingsbury that you was referring to, Tip, I think we have a different conversation.
No, wait, Smitty. Bring that back, Smitty. Bring it back.
Okay.
Bring that back, Smitty.
I got you. Hold on.
Back.
There you go right now.
Go ahead.
All I'm saying is I see Kellen Moore, I see Kevin O'Connell, but I also see Kevin Stefanski. And he going the wrong way. And Zach Robinson being ahead of him, that's something else.
Wow. Ooh, boy.
That's why I said the past success should still be measured versus the recent shortcomings. Like, just saying, just do due diligence. Don't just say, Stefanski, come on over here.
Here's another great point by JT. He said, Smitty, don't forget bringing a new training staff because our injury recovery was a headache.
Oh, Lord.
How many of y'all thought about that?
I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's going to be a move that really happens. That's the only problem. Like, I think it should be something happening, because at the end of the day, we have guys that get hurt. We had the mismanagement of Zach Harrison. Again, remember that. We have a guy that's coming off of a knee injury, plays the most snaps that he did coming off that knee injury, and most of the snaps he played in his career. Mismanagement of his knee. He's out for the rest of the season. He could have had more sacks, or at least, to help in his defense. He was gone for at least like the last 6-7 weeks of the season. You never know if he's playing, able to get after the quarterback. You never know how he could have disrupted the game. But again, because he led the Falcons in sacks at one point in time. So I hate that what happened with him, and that's just another thing that's going with that strength and conditioning. And we have to consider those guys because they have not been, I don't think, been up to the par. And we've already heard former Falcons talking about how they're no good anyway. So I think you should consider it, but will it really happen? It's one of those things you got to wait and see. Could a guy okay, go ahead.
Coop, he says Shanahan might get fired if he don't beat the Eagles. So he's thinking he might be another coach on the way out.
Can I speak on that? Whenever you get done, please can I speak on that?
I would take him back in the A. He owes us a favor. Coop, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love that, but I think he has too much tied up in San Francisco. Has too much tied up into him. Everything that they built around him, if they end up moving on for him, they had to bust that whole team up. McCaffrey's one of the high paid running backs. They don't really have a receiver or number one receiver because Brandon Ayuk, he dipped, and they traded Deebo Samuel. Fred Warner is coming back from an injury. So, I mean, they have a lot tied up in Shanahan. But I agree. If he becomes available, to me, he becomes to the top of my list. I don't care who out there. One, he knows about the city. He's been here. He knows how to operate in the city. And like you said, he owes us one. But Sean, go ahead.
Hey, Chet. Chris, I talked to Smitty about this on Monday, and he'll tell you. But this is the first time you hear it from me. This is a crazy take. Y'all can crucify me, Chet, but this is my take. If Matt Ryan is the president of football operations, it would not surprise me if he at least picked up the phone and called Kyle Shanahan. And the reason why I say that is okay, look, he's in a very competitive NFC West. Seattle's not going nowhere no time soon. The Rams is not going nowhere no time soon. We in the NFC South. Do y'all think, Chet, that Kyle Shanahan, if Matt Ryan presented a case where, oh, hey, we'll give you we'll give you total team control. You had the final say so as far as the roster constructed. And we in a very winnable division in the NFC South. Y'all don't think Kyle Shanahan would entertain that?
He would instantly become the best coach in the NFC because of the talent we got.
But that's what I'm saying. You look at the roster. We basically have the black version of Christian McCaffrey in Bijan.
Agreed.
We have the black version of George Kittle in Kyle Pitts if he's re-signed. Who's their number one receiver? You can take your pick of the litter, but Jawan Jennings, Drake London. A solid offensive line. You don't think if Matt Ryan was to call Kyle Shanahan, you don't think Kyle Shanahan would at least y'all don't think Kyle Shanahan would at least be intrigued by the possibility?
I have a bigger question. Do you think the Falcons would make a trade if he's on the trade block?
If he's available, you're damn right. Hell yeah.
I don't think we're gonna trade no draft pick for him. I don't.
I mean, if it ain't no first round pick, you wouldn't do it.
I mean, I'm most likely it's going to be a first round.
But you know what I always say though. Fuck them picks. If they're gonna bring you a championship, I'm for it 200%. Because at the end of the day, guess what? It's gonna bring winning to the city, and you're gonna forget about that draft pick in the next 2 or 3 years.
I'm still trying to get that hate out my heart. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't stand Cash.
Man, I let that go a long time ago because at the end of the day, Dan Quinn should have stepped in.
I can't stand Kyle. I can't stand Shannon, and I definitely don't like Han. So it's just
stupid.
I'm just putting it out there. I'm not making crucified, but I'm just putting it out there.
No. I mean, the thing about it is, it's not a bad take, because at the end of the day, Shanahan is a winner, and I've already said until he do right by the Falcons, he ain't gonna ever win nothing. So, with that being said, him coming back to the Falcons would be absolutely
well. To your point, Tip, man, I put for what you was talking about, and then we can move on. I put just as much blame on Matt Ryan as Kyle Shanahan, but
He's the quarterback. I've said that. What we gonna do? We gonna switch it up a little bit, man. We done gave our thoughts already. Before we get into the Trae Young talk, right quick, before we end it. We're going to welcome in Boone, and then we're going to open up chat for a little while, let y'all in 2 minutes, because there's going to be a lot of people I know come in. So please keep it brief. But we're going to welcome Boone in right quick, and then we're going to open up chat.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Boone? What's going on, my brother?
Man, that much, man. Working, man. Just getting my voice back. Been doing a lot of all-star game coaching, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. But, man, I want to say, man, y'all guys made some great points. And I think, man, I go back to Dirty Bird comment, man. The fact of the matter is, man, like, it's been almost a decade, man. 10 years, almost 10 years, no playoffs, being on the 500. And it's like, with my comment, man, I was joking, but it's the truth, man. The biggest thing is, how do we avoid continuing to fall in the same trap, man? And then you mentioned bringing in, trying to attract Shanahan, man. And the fact of the matter is, when we look at guys like Matt LaFleur, even John Harbaugh, Kyle Shanahan, those guys are attract players, right? And if you get either one of those guys, there's no telling who would want to come from them on the offensive side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball. But the fact of the matter is, man, we just want to see these guys turn the page, man. Like I said, it's been a long time. I'm excited by having Matt Ryan around. And I do believe Matt Ryan is going to be probably involved more with the practices on the field with the players than anything else. You're talking about having the man back in that organization helping out on the practice field. And I know you said y'all about to go on the Trae Young, man, and Chris might kick my teeth out for this, man, but I think the Hawks should trade him and fill in the holes that they have, because I think that they could be special without Trae Young. I also believe that Trae Young can also be the key. But at the same time, I mean, they did just lose 2 straight to Toronto. But like, I'm on the wagon, man. Let's ship Trae Young up out of here, man.
Well, can't argue that, boom.
It's time. It's time. I agree with
the story, but yeah, man.
It's time.
So boom, before you go, man, who would be your pick for GM?
For the Falcons?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Smitty, man, the reason why I say I have no idea at this point, because when you look at this team year in and year out, man, it doesn't matter who we hire. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Raheem and his crew had to go. But with this team, it's always either the left wing ain't maybe we dealing with a broken hawk right now. Like I said, my voice gone. We know a hawk, any bird need both wings to fly. So I don't think it really matters who you have at GM. The fact is, who can get these guys to stay bought in for 18 weeks? Who can get these guys to get to that point and decide, you know what? Hey, we're going to decide we're going to go win 11 football games this year. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. So, honestly, I think you go non-traditional. Hey, allow Matt Ryan to be that guy. Allow your quarterback who took you to a Super Bowl, a guy who's won MVP, a guy who's had MVP numbers with third-string receivers, with no Julio Jones, no Calvin Ridley. I mean, hey, let's switch up the dynamic. I say Matt Ryan for GM or president. Who knows?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be the vice president of football operations anyway, and I think he's gonna be able to make moves. But I'm gonna throw this out there, and y'all can be mad all y'all want. If Matt LaFleur or Kyle Shanahan come back to Atlanta, they're gonna be the only coach that will have total control, because they will be the only coach that Arthur Blank truly trusts, because they've been here before. Yeah, and he knows them. Just like Matt Ryan. If Matt Ryan trusts them, Arthur Blank gonna trust them. So that is the main reason why I would want Matt LaFleur or Kyle Shanahan, because you know what you're getting.
Yeah, give me Matt LaFleur. I'm taking Matt LaFleur.
I'm taking Kyle on that too. I'm taking Kyle.
Like low say, Chris, get that hate out your heart, man.
I'm taking Kyle all day, twice on Sunday.
Hey, I like Matt too.
Slap Shanahan twice on Sunday.
Yeah,
it's all good. Don't give Shanahan. I'm gonna come. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be at every home game with my Shanna bat. I'm gonna have a Louisville Slugger, and I'm gonna have. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be waving every time he do something wrong. I'm gonna be waiting for my.
Chris gonna be standing behind CBS truck with a brick.
And you know what, guys? I agree. I would love to have Matt LaFleur too, because when you look at a Matt LaFleur, Sean McVay, and when you look at a Kyle Shanahan, those guys got unique ways to move the football. And don't get me wrong, we're not saying Jordan Love is the best quarterback. We're not saying he's the greatest, but I like what he was able to do with Jordan Love, you know, for the couple of times he did pick up. We're not saying Jordan Love is going to take Green Bay to 3 Super Bowls, right? He could possibly get to a point where he leads the Green Bay Packers to a Super Bowl, but like, just look at how dynamic Matt LaFleur is and how they're able to be efficient on third down, you know, efficient in the red zone. I mean, of course, they taking a step back, but we're talking about a Green Bay team that's consistent. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I want a mind like that to where he can take offense to the next level. So,
facts. But boom, man, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all be blessed.
Hey, I'm going man, we wish you a better season next year, man. We know you're gonna bring a title home sooner or later.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. We recruit like crazy. Y'all be blessed, man.
No, yes, sir. Appreciate you, boom.
Keep it up, family.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Welcome in our boy, Dirty Bird. What's good, man? What's good? Talk to us right quick.
Hey, how y'all doing, fellas?
All right.
Dirty Bird, what's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, man. Just subscribe to you, man. Congratulations on starting, man. I'm glad you're a part of the family, man. And always,
man, God bless Dirty Bird, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Just like y'all said, man. I'm just hoping that our guys down here take our time on this GM and head coaching search. I saw Smitty's video earlier. I'm just hoping that you're able to at least get the GM first. I definitely want Ian from Chicago, and the reason why I say that is because he's had success in Baltimore and he has success in Philadelphia. You know, he knows what it takes up there to bring the right guys in, because he's helped build rosters for both of those teams, and they both won Super Bowls. As far as head coach, it's definitely a clear-cut 4 for me. Like you said, LaFleur, Shanahan, if he's fired, I definitely would try to get him another round. And Definitely John Harbaugh, good just because of his experience. And Clint Kubiak, man, just because Clint Kubiak, y'all see what he's doing in Seattle, man. A mean play action caller, man. I've seen a lot. I watched a little bit of Seattle film earlier, man, and it's just the play action that was just confusing the defenses, Kenneth Walker getting off. So all four of those guys know how to control the offense, not just call plays and have a handful of plays and scheme multiple guys. They know how to control offense, control the game. Except for Kyle, I ain't about to take that back. Kyle just need to learn how to finish games. But yeah. But those will be my guys. And as far as I'm gonna jump on, because I know you got 2 minutes. I'm gonna jump on the Hawks real quick. I talked to my guys at work earlier today, and I agree that Trae Young should be traded. Why? Because I'm gonna give y'all a prime example. You look at Oklahoma City. They built through the draft, right? There a lot basketball, especially with these guys. It's a lot of 3-and-D tall, 6'7" long wingspan guys who can run the floor and defend. If you trade, I think the Hawks have 2 first-round picks this year. They got one for the Murray trade, right, Chris? Am I right about that?
Right.
Well, essentially, might as well say.
Yeah. So if you trade
Dyson, and then you got the actual pick that turned into Asa Newell.
Right. So you got a Conwoo step this game up. Y'all see what Jalen Johnson is doing. What's the backup point? What's the guy that was? I forgot his name. He has braids, I believe.
Oh, you talking the lefty.
Bernard?
No.
I'm trying to find him now. Actually,
I mean, what you must be talking about Keaton Wallace. I mean, I said
Keaton Wallace. That's his name. Yeah, Keaton Wallace.
Keaton Wallace. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. So I think they got a good young, solid little 5 core. But if you look at Oklahoma City and San Antonio, perfect example, they went from, and even Detroit, you went from worst. Now those teams are top seeds in the West and the East. I believe that the Hawks, they play better without Trae. And then also, I love Trae Young, don't get me wrong. He's a little bit turnover prone. And then not only that, when he goes up against bigger guards like a SGA, a De'Aaron Fox, if he stays healthy, or anybody, or Cade Cunningham, he's no match for them. He's absolutely no match for them. And you look at Dylan Harper, who I like in San Antonio. I like him a lot. He's coming off the bench. So, yeah, I think the Hawks should definitely get ready to move on for him. I think it's going to help the team out in the long run. Yep.
Dirty Bird, we appreciate you as always, my guy.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me, man, and great show and great info. Always. Love y'all, man.
No doubt.
Appreciate you, Dirty Bird.
Brother. All love. Coach, come on in and talk to us right quick. What you got?
What's up, fellas?
What up, Coach?
What's up, man? Before I start, man, we got 100 less likes in here, gang. If y'all like what these guys put out, the content they put out, the best way to help them is to hit that like button. So go ahead and let's get these likes up 100 people, please.
We appreciate it.
But first things first, I know this is all, opinions and no one has a wrong opinion, but damn, y'all hurting me out listening to this, man. Shanahan back here? Hell no. Like, no, sir, please.
You got to look at the upside, man. He done been to 2 Super Bowls since he left. Come on, man.
And Smitty, what happens when he gets to that Super Bowl? He lose in the craziest fashion every single time. But anyway, I just to me and for me, and again, no one's opinion is wrong. I'm just giving y'all a little shit. But to me, man, the Falcons are at a crossroad, and I believe the only way to finally get us over this hump is to get a proven coach, a coach in here with a proven history. I'm really not trying to hear no Clint Kubiak, because to me that's just Arthur Smith all over again. I'm not trying to hear the other one with Stefanski, because to me he's Raheem Morris all over. Like I don't want none of them guys. I want a proven coach in here. I think I'll be okay with LaFleur, but that would have to be only because Jim Harbaugh. Sorry, it's plain plane's probably loud, so I apologize for that. The only way I'll be okay with LaFleur is if Harbaugh passes. I just think at this point in juncture, the Falcons in the last 20 years have never hired a proven coach, and I think it's about time. I think that's the only way we'll finally get over the hump. Not only that, why not do something we've never done before? Because clearly we're getting the same results by doing what we've been doing. So I just feel like you have to go balls to the wall for Jim Harbaugh. Now, if he don't, because he has a say-so too. So if he don't want to be here and he decides to go elsewhere, okay. But I think you just got to push all your chips to the middle of the table after Jim Harbaugh. I'm really not trying to hear nobody else, honestly.
Wow.
Hey, that's experience, though. John Harbaugh. He comes with that pedigree. And again, I feel like you do have to kick the tires on him. You at least got to pick up the phone. Hopefully, you've already picked up the phone. So, but again, my point is there are so many different options out there that are becoming available, and I feel like it's a good thing for the Falcons. That's like why I go back to my point before. And what we all really said, don't rush the process.
Right.
Due diligence, because you have to get this right. There ain't no maybe.
Right.
To get this right at the end of the day.
Yeah, this is I said this earlier on my page. This is one of those literally you will either make or break your franchise right here with this. I truly believe that either we're going to get the right guy, will finally get us over this hump. I mean, even if he don't get us over this hump, he will get us into a powerhouse of an organization and get us on, like your Phillies, like these teams that are constantly winning, constantly in the conversation. Even if he don't take us to the Super Bowl, the next one, hopefully after him will. But I think either this is going to either go in that direction of making the Falcons a powerhouse organization, or the other direction, and we will be a Browns or whatever organization that ain't ever won and is just a laughing stock. So,
True.
yeah, we have to do it. But please, I'm just I know a lot of people are heavy on Clint. To me, I see Arthur Smith all over again.
I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead, my bad.
Oh, I was just about to say, I don't know if he's gonna be that bad, bro. But
no, he's gonna be that
see
bad.
your
No.
point, though.
But how do we know? How do we know? He is the current it guy. He's the current it guy, just like Arthur Smith was.
I think the difference between him and Arthur Smith, they just two totally different type coaches. Arthur Smith was a former offensive lineman, so he predicates the run. Clint Kubiak, he's a quarterback's kid, so he's going to focus more on the pass game. So I feel like he's going to be a little bit more balanced than Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith couldn't call a pass play in a phone booth with a quarter to save his life.
But he was quote unquote the offensive guru. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that name is loosely given mainly because Derrick Henry was his running back. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying the same terminology people are bestowing on Clint is the same type of terminology people were bestowing on Arthur Smith. That's right. Which you may be right. He may be totally different. He may, be the greatest thing ever. I just at this point, I'm not really trying to take that chance because we've been doing that. And I want something different. I still want something different.
Facts. Trae, appreciate the donation, my brother. True, appreciate you, man. As always. Coach, we gotta let you go, man. We still got people.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good show, man.
So we'll catch you next time, my guy.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. Let me see my boy TK. TK, what's up, man? Talk to me.
Man, what's up, Smitty, man? Listen, Smitty, A1, I like what y'all doing. Y'all doing a hell of a job. I'm always watching, bro. But I won't say this. And listen, I respect everybody's opinion, right? But just walk with me. Listen, just walk with me for a second in the park. Just check me out. Jim, wait. I don't know what her boy it is, but dude. John Harbaugh. The reason why I don't want John Harbaugh, because check this out, right? He is mostly known for real for his defense. Is that fair to say? If we talking about the Baltimore Ravens, we think about the defense first, then Lamar Jackson.
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Baltimore's defense is more predicated on Ozzie Newsome and the way he drafted.
Correct.
John Harbaugh, before he became a head coach, he was a special teams coordinator.
Correct.
So if he came to Atlanta, we at least know the special teams would be straight.
All right.
But he would be one of the guys. He would be one of the guys that I talk about all the time that would have to hire a good offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator to carry the team, and you would have to depend on how the team drafted. So he was a special team coordinator, so he's really not a specialty as far as offensive defense. He's one of those guys that's in between.
Okay, well, listen, let me ask you this question then. When you think about, and I'm not talking about right now because their defense is, I don't know what they're doing right now. But regularly, when you think about the Ravens, we automatically speak on, boy, their defense nice. And like, again, it's history there of them having cold defense, right? So now watch this. You got to ask yourself, we don't have a can I curse or no?
Nah, we gonna keep that to a limit.
We don't have a Lamar Jackson at our quarterback situation. Lamar Jackson is that offense. If Baltimore don't have Lamar Jackson, we seen what that like what he able to do, right? We got Penix. I'm not a big Michael Penix guy. He inaccurate, you know what I'm saying? It's like he make dumb decisions when the blitz come. He don't really run like that, and if he do run, that's another conversation. I already know who I want. I want the offensive coordinator for Seattle. Let me explain why. Let me explain why. Reason for being is this. I don't want to fire our defensive coordinator, right? Mm-hmm. I don't need nothing. Listen, I don't need nothing to be changing on our defensive side because it took us years to get to where we at now. And if he able to do that his first year, imagine what his second year gonna be like. Just go on and just give him a cornerback outside of AJ. That's gonna be brutal because our safety is gonna be like, man, our safety is what our safety is. Just get that dude maybe one or two players here. They're gonna fill in the gaps, you know what I'm saying? The nose tackle and the cornerback and a little bit depth. We gonna be fine. We don't need to change that. Cause why? Them dudes already knowing their position. They know what they need to know right now. We only need somebody who gonna be balanced on offense, who able to adapt, who able to say, okay, well, the pass ain't working, well, let me run the ball. Okay, well, we can't run the ball, well, let me throw the ball. For example, I heard y'all talk about Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith was a very, very, very stubborn coach. So much like so, even Raheem was a very, very, very stubborn coach. That's why he got fired.
Well, you got to know, too, we got a very, very stubborn owner, too. So
100% agree. Now, watch this, though. Not only that, we talking about, what's his face? First Cousins, right? I call him First Cousins. I know his name is Kirsten. I call him First Cousins. He ultimately about to be my second cousin because I don't want him on the team. Never want him on the team.
Well, he my third cousin, so you can only imagine how I feel.
Right. So think about it like this. When you got First Cousin at the quarterback spot, bro, he not really playing for real. He need to be out of there, honestly. So I'm thinking if we get anybody, listen, I'm off the Penix train. I don't know why we draft him or nothing like that, bro. I just need somebody to come here. Just give me Mike Willis. Now, granted, he ain't the best quarterback that we ever seen. But at least somebody gonna come in here and be serviceable. Because think about it. If he doing all that with Sam Darnold, I know what like he gonna be able to do with old Willis. He gonna be nice. We need somebody to know how to adapt and keep Jeff Obro. If we do that and go at least hire somebody that work with the special team outside of the dude we got now, we'll be all right. Listen, if we could have top 15, top 18 special team, bro, we'll be in the playoff right now. Right now, we will. We'll be in the playoff right now. Special team was trash all year. Offense kept saying, find me all year. I'm talking about all year. Right. You got what I'm saying? So it's like, it's no way how we have all this talent on the team and Raheem, he just want to stick to his guy. And which I understood it because let me tell you why I had understood why he wanted to stick with Zach Robinson. You took that man away from being a part of the Rams. So for you to fire him in the middle of the season, it was gonna look away if we coming from a Raheem standpoint. But my thing is, get your feelings out of this, bro. It just either you want your job or you don't. And ultimately, he just rolled with his feelings, and that's why he got fired. I would have fired him too.
Agreed.
You got what I'm saying? So outside of that, man, I don't want Harbaugh. Now listen, Harbaugh nice, but listen, how long is he gonna be around for?
Yeah, he's
I
63.
just don't want to make the playoff. I'm
60,
sorry.
What, 62?
Exactly. So
63? Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
now
so
watch
he won't
this.
be around about 5-6 more years.
You gonna hire a guy
5 more
because
at the
we
most.
just won't make the playoff, quote unquote. And then when we make the playoff, man, no, he about to be gone anyway. Go hire a young stud, Paul. No, did it? Well, if he good, he gonna stick around for years to come.
Yeah,
I don't see the issue. Listen, man, what to do over there at like the Bears?
Yeah. Hey, but
No.
TK, we gotta let you go, man. We got about 4 or 5 people still in the back.
But
I respect it, man.
We try and knock them out, man.
All right.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate it, TK.
Nah, yeah, man. TK was on it, man.
Will, what's up, my guy?
Oh, my boy, Will, what's up, boy?
Himself.
What's going on, man?
Who you gonna find now, man? We already got rid of coach.
Hey, God answer my prayers. He never fail. Amen.
My boy, Will, what's up, man?
What's going on? Let's get it, GA.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna be that long. Just getting off work. But from head coaches
man,
who already
before you start talking, man, where the hell my chicken wings at?
I don't even work there no more, man. I'm at Krispy Kreme, man. I'm gonna make donuts now, man.
Oh, shit, I like donuts.
Yeah,
Hey,
I got you.
Can I tell y'all something, Will, before you go?
Messed up there.
But you know, Will is damn near like 45 minutes away from me, man. We still haven't linked up yet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We 45
So you an hour away from me,
brother.
Were you at Hinesville?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You close to me, yo. We got linked up, man. Linked up.
Yeah. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, what coach we need to get, man? Like I agree with y'all, man. We need to just take our time with our diligence and I feel like we need to get the GM first. Then you get the head coach, but it don't matter who we get. I just feel like we don't need to get the same coach that we probably had before, like Kyle Shanahan. I understand Kyle Shanahan; he might be a good fit, but I still don't like how he cheated us out that Super Bowl because I feel like he really really got too comfortable passing the ball instead of running the ball when he had played Kansas Chiefs. When he played in Vegas, they lost because they started feeding Christian McCaffrey. He could have kept doing that. But for me, I just want me an offense coordinator who don't play bull crap. He want to get his team ready to prepare to play week in, week out, and always have other people accountable, including himself. So that's what I want. I want honestly and always stick to the process. And then what coach who I want is I think Kubiak is him or part John Harbaugh. But a lot of people say they don't want him, but I don't care. Get somebody who know to call plays, man, and get the team ready to play week in and week out, like I said before.
Agreed.
Good point,
and see, that's why I met Will Smitty and Tip.
Yeah.
So much since Terry Fontenot was here, so much has been invested on the offensive side of the ball. We have to bring in an offensive-minded coach that's going to finally unlock this offense, man, to its full potential.
Oh yeah,
that's always been my thing. You see what I'm saying? You know, when you got a young coach, like as far as like the weapons that you have at your disposal, a Drake London, a Kyle Pitts, a Bijan, a Tyler Algier, whatever the case may be. Like I said, we got to fix the quarterback situation. But when you got those guys, all these guys is 25 years old and younger, bro.
Yeah.
Why not bring in the offensive mind that's going to bring the best out of these guys? That's all I've been saying.
Yeah.
So that's I say what.
And before I go, man, fellas, it's free agency, man. All we need to do, we're gonna have to sign Tyler. I understand Tyler might want to get his bag, but how Smitty Smith said, you need 2 running backs because I don't want Bijan Ross, God forbid, I'm knock on wood. I don't want Bijan Robinson to get hurt, and we don't have a plan B. I understand he's saying some good. I understand people saying some good running back draft class, but not to me. I probably say the kid out of Notre Dame. That's the only good running backs I see outside of that class. I really don't see no strong
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Bro, you already have Tyler Algier again. I don't have to have no mystery. I know I got a bruiser. I know I got somebody that's gonna make other guys make business decisions. I know what I get in Bijan Robinson, and also, like I was saying, both can help each other out because one can help the other stay healthy because you're splitting carries. I mean, I know football gonna happen, but I'm just saying, Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier, those need to be your building blocks. And depending on your quarterback situation, you may have to lean on the run game even more this season anyway, depending. So, solidify that offensive line and that run game, play defense. You may have a recipe for success depending.
And one more thing, I might do. I know we want to keep Caden Ellis, but you can go in the draft and get you a little third, fourth round pick on getting a linebacker.
I think Caden gone, man.
I think Caden get paid, man.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, man, we got to do what we got to do and just get us a center and defense tackle. We be straight, and that's it. All right, fellas, I'm be in the back, man. Happy New Year's. Y'all be safe. Keep doing y'all thing. One love.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, man.
And before
Chris got all the inside info.
Yeah, but I was about to say before we get into the next one. Okay, yeah, well, RJ has this one too. Lions COO Mike Disner is interviewing for the newly created Falcons president role. Source saying another important voice in Detroit per Ian Rappaport. And I also have something from Adam Scheffler here. Falcons are also expected to interview Panthers executive vice president Brant Tillis for the president of football job as well. So again,
wouldn't that be something we get to kick them back in the ass next year?
Hey, man, it would be something. But again, my point is Matt Ryan does not have this job in the bag, guys. We are going to interview other guys.
They say he the favorite. You're right. They say he the favorite, but he don't have it locked. So
Kentucky, what you know about that Kentucky Trinity?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Trent?
Basketball, man. What you know about that Kentucky?
Oh well, I actually got this just to just to wear around the house because my mom went to Kentucky one time and she was like, "Hey son, do you need a t-shirt?" I was like, "Yeah."
You should have
but I'm a Georgia boy all the way through. But I wanted to say about this franchise is that we need more stability and like leadership. And with having a young roster and people that don't have as much experience, like we need all the veteran leadership that we need. And so with Matt Ryan, to me, I feel like we need not just him, because I feel like people think that Matt Ryan is going to solve all the issues. I'm like, nah. I mean, like we need to bring back all the Atlanta Falcons legends that are actually knowledgeable about football. Because this is the reason why that we keep on failing as it is. And when we talk about the Hawks in a second, is that we keep on putting pressure on one man, and that's gonna doom us. Now, what I will say is that we all need to be on like one accord. Whoever we do get, like it needs to be the same message, but it just can't be on one person, especially if they don't have experience in it. So my pick is to have John Harbaugh, or who I really want is Mike Tomlin. Is that Mike Tomlin and John Harbaugh pretty much are in like the same position where all both fan bases wanted their head coach to be gone, and if Tomlin loses, I heard that he may be gone as well. So just in case if we don't get Harbaugh,
I don't think he'll get fired because they already said it's up to him whether he wants to leave or not. And that's one thing I respect about Pittsburgh's organization. They let Bill Cowher walk away when he got ready. Chuck Noll, he was losing at the end of his career, but they respected him enough to let him finish his career the way he wanted to. And that's the type of organization I want to be a part of. I feel like the Falcons have to be a structure like that with trusting in their coaches, but what they have to do is lay a foundation for their coaches to be successful. And to do that, you have to have a structure as to what you're going to be. You're going to be an offensive team or you're going to be a defensive team. That's where it starts. Find your identity, and then from that point, you can build a structure with that identity. Because you pick and pull at that point after that. So,
but that's why I would bring him.
Okay.
Because he knows that motto of stability. He's been there the longest. I think he's the longest tenured coach in the NFL, right? He should be.
Right.
Him and Tomlin.
Go ahead.
No, we're just saying, yeah, Tomlin and Harbaugh.
And John Harbaugh, yeah. 19 and 18
Yep.
respectively.
Mm-hmm.
So they know that championship DNA, and they won Super Bowl, which none of these coaches that we have talked about, Kubiak, all of these guys, they ain't won no Super Bowl. Even Shanahan, who me and Chris got the same thought. Like I'm cool on him,
Cool.
and that's one of the reasons why Matt Ryan, that I got smoked for Matt Ryan, is that you do realize that this man has played with so much talent. Like it's a shame that we only got to one Super Bowl. Like we keep on we keep on harping about, oh man, we went to that Super Bowl. Bro, we've had 3 or 4 good chances. And whether it's guess what? And guess who played the biggest part in that through all the regimes is Matt Ryan. And he has to own up to that. Like we keep on absolving Matt Ryan and like, dog, you had way more pieces than Michael Vick, who a lot of Falcons fans despise. Like they think he's the worst thing ever. And I'm like, yo, you've had a lot of help. You've had all these great coordinators. I mean, how many times do we go down the list and be like, Kubiak, Mike McDaniel, Shanahan? Like, dog, you have wasted a lot of great coaches. But I'm gonna get off that point. I do want to pivot towards what the Hawks is that we need to have veteran leadership about, do we really want to get rid of Trae, which is, I think that's already done. So now with Jalen, what other point guard, because he's not the greatest ball handler or person to like initiate the offense as people think. I feel like we need to bring in somebody that will strictly like initiate the like I was thinking that maybe we should bring back Dennis Schroeder as far as initially and being a great passer.
If we get traded to Sacramento, we definitely get Schroeder back.
So I just want to throw that out there. And with this potential draft, I'm thinking that because the Hawks do not, I don't know, whatever with this coach that Quinn, I think that we should get Mark Jackson because he knows how to work with multiple young stars, and he got a raw deal, and I think that he would be a really great like role model for this.
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Organization.
I keep making that $10 million a year just announcing basketball games. I wouldn't even put up the stress of coaching. I made more just announce a game than getting back to coaching. It just because he could have did it if he wanted to. He could have went back to college, but he making so much money just calling games. I don't blame him. I wouldn't do it either.
Yeah.
I got
Mark Jackson, like you said, he got a raw deal. They did him wrong, honestly, and they really have to do him wrong, even coming down to his religion and all that stuff.
Exactly.
It's just one of those cases, Tip. My bad, big bro. Go ahead.
The only thing I was gonna say is he should have got there and just chose better words. He just got to think about what today's world and how they oppose to certain things. Some things you just got to know what to say and what not to say, and that's all it is. And the sensitive world we live in, as to when I was coming up 30 years ago, you can't get away with that no more. So. You just got choice words.
Smitty came up in the Richard Pryor era. That ain't
you go to hell.
Acceptable no more. That ain't acceptable no more. Like them comedy shows Richard Pryor used to do with Eddie Murphy.
Boy, Richard Pryor would have got cancer instantly.
Well, it's not happening. Okay.
But Trinity, we got about 2 more people in the back, man. We finna try to get them out of here.
Appreciate
you. We're gonna roll.
Like I hope that y'all have a great year.
Support as always, my
man. Love, man. Salute, bro.
Salute. Rise up.
But yeah, man. Hey, look, Chris, did I lie though?
Hey, man. Just saying, it's true.
We're gonna take Shaka, and then we're gonna take cheesecake, and then we're gonna roll. Talk to us right quick, Shaka. Shaka, you there?
Shaka.
Let's go cheesecake and then we'll come back. I text him and see what he's doing, man. Cheesecake, what you got?
Fellas, how y'all doing tonight?
What's happening? What's happening, Pep?
What's up, fellas? Hey, back what my boy Chris said, man. Matt Ryan job, this little interview thing with President Football Operations. That's not in the bag. It's not a guarantee. No, he's still working with CBS.
Agreed.
All right, now we're talking about John Harbaugh. I say, absolutely not. He is top 3, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. No.
Why you say no? Why you say no?
All right, listen. So basically, if we bring in John Harbaugh, there's not a real quarterback in the quarterback room right now, right? John Harbaugh been doing it for 18 seasons. He had a legit quarterback. He had Lamar Jackson. I'm still feeling Coach Cliff, you know what I'm saying, for the Seahawks offense coordinator. Like, that's my number one. That's the number one on the radar. John Harbaugh is the top priority right now that everybody's talking about, that he might be the one. I think Falcons already had their coach. And it's gonna be Coach Cliff. It's gonna be the Seahawks offense coordinator. And it's gonna be him, and it's gonna be Ian, the Bears assistant GM. That's who we're gonna get. I think everybody else is gonna have a pretending interview. They just want to see how things are gonna go. They're gonna do it. John Harbaugh. They're gonna get him an interview.
So you think they got their mind made up already?
Yeah, and it's gonna be Coach. It's gonna be the Seahawks offense coordinator and assistant GM and the president of football operations. I don't think it's gonna be Matt Ryan. I think it'll be somebody else. I don't think it'll be Matt Ryan.
I know Matt Ryan gonna. I do think Matt Ryan is going to find his way up into the organization somehow. They're going to find a job for him because they're going to want him here long term. I started to think about life after Arthur Blank. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. He's 83 years old.
Yeah.
So
and to go back to answer you, Smitty, the only way Matt Ryan be our president of football operations if he quits the CBS job.
He gonna do that if he get a job with the Falcons. He gonna do that anyway. I think.
Yeah.
He's gonna do that anyway.
Of course.
I think Matt Ryan. Let me go back what I was saying. I think Matt Ryan will get the job just because he knows the assistant GM for the Bears. Like, this is all connecting. Like, you got clips, and sad to hurt all the Falcons fans. I don't think Coach Jeff Herbert will be there as a defense coordinator.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks offense coordinator is gonna bring in his own people. And I don't think Michael Penix won't be there. We'll keep Kirk Cousins. And then I think the offense coordinator for the Seahawks will bring in someone for my first free agent quarterback. Bring in someone like Justin Fields.
Nah, I think it. The only way we take Justin Fields is we hire a white coordinator. It's got to be a special guy to go Justin Fields. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, and I'm not being mean. I just think he's gonna have to find a special guy like an Andy Reid or a Kyle Shanahan or someone of that nature that knows how to develop a quarterback.
Yep, and we just interviewed. Our recent interview of head coach was Vince Joseph. What y'all thoughts on that?
Vance Joseph, no, he was Denver's head coach. He started off, I think, 5-0 and didn't win no more. So
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. That defense, that was the number one defense.
Boy, that defense, everything. But that's because of coaching.
Head coach.
I told y'all, and Sean to tell y'all, I said the Falcons should. I know they hate New Orleans, but they should have found a way to bring in damn Sean Payton. I said it, but they didn't. That's another story for another day. But we got one more person in the back, Cheesecake. We're gonna let you ride, man. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. Hit that light from Mr. Smitty Sports Machine, man.
Appreciate it.
He's a cool person, man. Let's get it.
Appreciate
Yes,
you. No
sir.
doubt.
Yes, sir.
That's my boy Cheesecake, man. He been following me a very, very long time, man.
Yes, he
And like
has.
Auntie Joy say, man, she all mod. So if y'all get wrong in the chat, she gonna straighten y'all out.
What's
So we
up,
got to welcome
Auntie?
to welcome in my boy Shaka, man. He always checking on me, man. Shaka, what's good, man?
What
Shaka,
up? What up? What up?
I say, Shaka, you back, man? What's going on?
Shaka,
What up, Tip?
what's happening, my brother?
Hey man, Happy New Year, man. Talked to you since last year, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Happy
What's
New Year
good?
to you too, brother, man.
Let's get it. What's up, man?
Yes, sir,
I don't know if
man.
you
Blessings
still
to
in
you
here,
and the
man. But
family,
hey,
brother.
man, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, man. Coach was hitting on some outstanding. Well, he was touching on my feelings and thoughts to a T, man.
Yeah, he did
I,
because you texted me the same thing earlier. That's crazy.
yeah,
Go
man.
ahead.
I'm just I just feel like that we done tried this so many times, going with these first time head coaches, man. And it's so hit or miss with it, man. Seattle hit hard on McDonald, man, and Chicago hit
Hey,
hard on their guy.
Shaka, you knew I wanted McDonough, man. That was my guy.
Right. They hit hard on him, man. But the Falcons, it just don't seem like we could do that. I mean, we had a few good years out of Dan Quinn. We had some outstanding years out of Mike Smith. You know what I'm saying? But since then, man, we ain't been hitting, man. Them fish ain't been biting, bruh. So I feel like we got to go. I want us to go with a proven winner, man. This dude Harbaugh, man, is a proven winner. I know he wasn't an offensive coordinator. I know he wasn't a defensive coordinator, but he been doing this head coaching thing so long. I know he know how to pick a good offensive coordinator, man. And and who's to say that he won't keep Albrecht? Everybody want to keep Albrecht, you know what I mean? So who's to say he
Yeah.
won't keep him? You know what I mean? He might. And then like we talked about today, he might bring Chucky with him, man. Big Chuck Smith, yo. You know what I mean? Can
I
you
can see that.
imagine what Chuck Smith would
I
do
can see
with
that.
JPJ and Jalen Walker, man, after the years them boys had? Teaching them some more pass rush moves, bro. I'm just tired of doing the same thing over and over and being back here 2 years. I want somebody that's been a head coach for 18 years, man, to change this culture, man, change this organization. That so what I'm saying, to get us to a point to where we ain't continuously hiring coach after coach because they're not succeeding. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
he
and
fixed
to
it
basically break it down, you just really want to see perspective from another perspective. And
right,
really, we got the problem is we got to get Arthur Blank to see things from a different perspective. That's the problem. If we
right,
can do that, things will change around. And you're right. It may take a veteran coach to do that. It may take a Mike Tomlin. It may take a John Harbaugh. Because guess what? Those guys been going head to head for the last 15, 16 years. So, I mean, maybe that's what it's going to take. But at the end of the day, as long as McKay is somewhere lurking in the back, we all know.
But you know
yeah,
what? You know
man.
what, big bro?
Hey, can
To
you
bring it
imagine
all
though
home.
what Harbaugh will do down here in this division, man? These coaches ain't ready for that, man. These coaches down here in the South ain't ready for that smoke that Harbaugh gonna bring, bro.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree.
So, but Smith, I ain't gonna
You
keep
better get
y'all.
ready.
I, I ain't gonna hold y'all long, man. I know it's been a long night, Smitty. You been busy, man. I've been seeing all your videos, bro. You
Appreciate
know
you.
what I'm saying? Keep up the good work, man. And and
You know
and
it.
A1, we got to get rid of Trae, man. Them boys play better defense when he ain't on the floor, man. He a liability, bro. Every time he on the court, they be they looking for him. You know what I mean? They running them screens so they can get Trae on whoever got the ball, bro.
I mean,
Agreed.
I, I, I
It's been that way 6 years.
for that
Yes,
whole
Go
sir.
ahead, Chris.
Trae Young situation, this is just my thoughts about it. I honestly feel like the Hawks did Trae a disservice. And the reason why I say that is because what was the point of making all these moves, having him influencing all these moves, if just because injuries happen, you're not going to see the thing through?
Well,
I feel like they should have already known that they didn't want to pay Trey his $49 million, or they already didn't extend him. So it's like, why not just try to like move forward with the Jalen Johnson thing in this past offseason, you possibly could have had higher trade value. Now it's going to look like a salary. Not right now. If anything happens the way the reports are sounding, it's going to be another John Collins salary dump. And that's one of the things that got Landry Fields up out of here.
Yeah.
Mismanagement of money, contract, and situations. And again, even though Anzi is here, and I like Anzi already, it still would be a bad mark if you trade Trae Young and only get, let's just say, 2 second-round picks and a guy that comes off the bench.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's going to be poor mismanagement. So I'm actually upset with the front office of the Atlanta Hawks and how they displayed this. Because, again, why have this man – the draft pick, Asa Newell, was for Trae Young. They drafted Asa because Trae wanted Asa. Nall was recruited by Trae. Luke Kennard recruited by Trae. So it's like KP, Trae was involved in that for them to trade for KP to finally get him a center that could do something other than just rebound. So again, why make all these moves and then just because injuries happen, because you said you want to see Trae and Jalen together, but then you don't wait out the process? So it's like, is it you're being too hasty? So it's like you're being too hasty, or are you feeling like you're panicking and you're handcuffed because you like, well, he could opt out of his deal and just walk away from the Hawks. Yeah, he could. That's leaving $49 million on the table. But I think ultimately, I just don't think the Hawks want to pay that $49 million. But there's no way that you can pay a 4-time All-Star, a guy that's led the league in points and assists, a guy that does a lot of things for his height that he shouldn't be able to do in a land full of giants. You can't pay that guy under $40 million because you got guys that are making $30 million right now that never seen an All-Star game.
Right.
So again, like honestly, at this point, you should move on from Trae. Let him get a fresh start because you've already mismanaged the situation anyway. You better hope Jalen Johnson turns into LeBron DeBar, or you're going to be looking for another GM by 2029, 2030.
Hey, you think wrestler gonna ever get into luxury tax?
No, that's my thing. We always try to make moves. Again, even with the CJ McCollum thing, if we bring him in, first of all, that's still no defense. Yeah, he can shoot, but that's still no defense. And that's one thing. That's no paint presence. So you still gonna get smacked around. He's not physical. So it's still the physicality is not going to be there. And then you still moving on from Trae, yes, but you're still not getting better. All thing you're getting is expiring contracts. You would have.
I rather have Drew Holiday.
I'm just saying, but and honestly, I think he's out with injury and all that stuff like that.
He is.
But again, my point is, you're having CJ McCollum coming in, expiring contract. You got Kristaps Porzingis, expiring contract. You got Luke Kennard, expiring contract. So all those contracts are about to fall off anyway, and you're gonna have a lot of cap space, yeah. But it's like, who are you bringing in, especially if guys are still up with contracts? So,
but what is Porzingis really giving you anyway, though? You know what I mean?
My thing is like the whole thing with Porzingis, you were hoping that he would come in and give you that stretch five ability. And when he does play, you can see that he has that ability, but it's all about being that consistent. It hasn't been consistent. The last time that Trae, Jalen, and KP all played together was October 29th, and that's the game that Trae got hurt. Now, when they were playing together in the start with a couple of games when they played together, they all was averaging over 20 points playing together. It's just the rest of the team and also the defense and everything like that. Things didn't get a chance to mesh together. You think about it. They're 2-8 with Trae, right? But my thing is, you think about some of those times when they all played together. Most of the time, it was in the early part of the season, or most of the time, it was already in the start of a losing streak. At the end of the day, we're still getting smacked around with or without Trae. That has to do with more than just one player. That's on the entire team. We have no paint presence because Onyeka Okongwu too small. KP, he's dealing with the illness. You can tell with KP, he be looking so winded on the sideline. You can tell his cardio ain't up to par yet. Then you have Mo G. Mo G is good on defense, but honestly, Mo G is an offensive liability right now.
That's right.
I can go all the way down the line. JJ, he's not
and
even.
So is Dyson Daniels.
Oh, Dyson Daniels is self-check when at the 3-point line. But again, I
he's
love
short,
my
man.
team.
He gonna shoot
I'm
it short
just
every
being
time he
real.
launches that thing.
That's what I'm saying. He shoots with no confidence, and that's what I was saying coming into the season. Like, if y'all follow me on Hawks Digest, I said coming into the season, Dyson has a golden opportunity to either prove people wrong that he can shoot the ball, or he's going to end up being a liability. And right now, that's exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying with Dyson. Zach doesn't have any plays ran for him. That's why his development is not like the Stephon Castles and the Reed Shepherds in the world, because they're not drawing up necessarily plays. He's going to stand in the corner. Then you also have Jalen Johnson, who is as great as he is, still gets caught backdoor too much, still needs to be a little bit more physical, and he still has to work on his ball handling abilities, because in the last 4 games, he has over 15 turnovers. Damn. So what are we talking about? It's just like I'm talking about, like, and my thing is, I'm really being nice. He really has more than that, because in 2 games against the Raptors, he got 6 turnovers. No, I'm talking about 2 separate games, 6 in this one, 6 in that one.
What?
So again, you got, yes, turnovers are still happening.
Yeah, I mean, you can't put it no other way. See, that's why I keep telling y'all, man. Y'all go over the Hot Digest. Chris will break that shit down to a T.
Man,
that's why I need y'all to go to Hot Digest.
Bro, I watch every last game, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Good breakdown, Chris.
Huh?
That was a good breakdown, man. I'm gonna start having to hit you up, man, for my prize picks.
Hey, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I give shout outs to like guys like on the We Hawks TV. I give shout outs to, you know, so this other content creators. Oh, definitely got to give a shout out to, you know, guys that cover the Hawks even before I did, man. You know, it's like Brad Rowland, and can't forget about I say I can't forget about it, then I forget his name, my Lord. But either way it goes, it's just guys that, you know, be covering the Hawks, and I be liking their content, and I just try to make sure that I'm knowing what I'm talking about and breaking these guys down, because it's a lot to it, and it's a lot of things on the surface. See, some people think there are 2 sides to basketball. There are really more over 15 sides to basketball if you break it all the way down. And also definitely can't forget about Larry the Dixon Way, somebody else that covers the Hawks, and he watches everything too. And Larry is great. He does too.
Larry break it down good too, man.
Yes, absolutely. So it's just,
fellas,
you know,
man,
shout out to all the Hawks fans and everybody who covers them, man. But it's just, again, so a lot of people in it.
I got Chris again.
Yeah. Hey, Smitty, man, I appreciate you, man. Chris, I don't know if you can hear me, man. I appreciate you. Let's get it, man. It's good rocking with your dog. Hey,
yes, sir, man. Shout out, man. Good to hear from you, brother. Good to see you again, my brother.
I'll be texting you sometime this week, brother.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
Thank you, John T. Job. Appreciate you, George.
Appreciate you, Auntie Joy, for coming through, being the mud, man. That's why she got that torch wrench right there by her name. She'll knock a nigga head off with it. She said Boost Mobile A1 fucking up.
No, man. That's StreamYard.
Uncle George and sweetheart, man.
StreamYard with it ugly. All I was saying though was, like, people think that just trading Trae all problems go away, and that's just not true.
Yeah, it's gonna be there, man, until we get, you know, another superstar player. Cause let's be real, man. He's the first superstar we've had since Dominique. I'm gonna keep it real. They know not the Joe Johnson. He was a hell of a player, but Trae Young just took his team to another level. He led them to an Eastern Conference Final, man. So he gonna always have respect in my book. But you know, time just ran short. And same thing for Luka. It's just time for a change. That's all. I mean, it may bring him better fortune. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But let's get it, man. Before we get out of here, man, you got something to say about Trae before we get out of here?
So about me?
Yeah.
I think it's time. It's unfortunately, but it's time. You know, ever since what you spoke of, Smitty, since that 2021 Eastern Conference Final run, it's been downhill since. and it's not his fault. But we got to call a spade a spade. Trae is a defensive liability. He is.
Yeah.
He's never been a proficient shooter. I've always looked at Trae as a streaky shooter. When he's on, damn, he on. But when he's off, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Trae is what I call a volume shooter. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've always looked at Trae like that. Now, no, Trae is also a popularity type of guy. And what I mean by that is, can he put asses in seats? Oh, yeah. Trae's always been that guy. But when you peel back the layers and stuff like that, can you build around Trae and can Trae lead you to a championship? We've seen it. My opinion, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't. And it's always going to question, why did we make that draft night trade for, Trae and Luka? That's always going to be the narrative, bro. That's always going to be the narrative.
My thing is
a demographic thing.
But Luka is a bigger guard who still don't play no defense. So we still would be in this same predicament.
But I got what you said. I got what you said.
The difference is, I think Luka rebounds.
He made the NBA Finals, Tip. He made the NBA Finals. He went to the Finals. They lost, but he got him there.
But who else was with him on that team? It wasn't just Luka.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not all. I'm not saying that it's not all Trae's fault. The front office got to take accountability on that. When Landry Fields was in the front office and he was making all the decisions, he's got to take some accountability too. He's not here no more. But what I'm saying is, the facts is the facts. Luka was at least able to get to the NBA Finals. Ever since that 2021 Eastern Conference Finals run, it's been downhill since. We've been a playing team.
I really wish that Trae didn't get hurt in that series, because I promise you, we would.
Smitty, you my witness on this. If Trae would have never got hurt in that conference finals matchup against Milwaukee, I would debate anybody. We win that series in 6 games.
We win the ring.
We win the ring. Phoenix wasn't gonna beat us neither.
No, Phoenix wasn't gonna beat us. Hell no.
I say that with my whole heart and chest.
All I'm saying is, fellas, but ever since that run, it has not been the same since. It's just the truth. And we had the core with Kevin Huerter, John Collins, Clint Capella, all those guys. We had the core, and we blew it all up.
Yeah,
we did that. The front office did that.
Yeah,
that's just the truth, Tim.
But it started with Coach Bud. You should have gave Coach Bud at least 2 more years, let him do his thing. He wanted change. You should have let him brought in one more player, because he felt like he could add one player to take that team to the next level. You should have thought about letting him stay, and should have let him do his thing, man, because he ended up winning a ring with Milwaukee. So now we looking stupid.
Well, we can't cry. We can't cry over spilled milk. With the trade, going with the
Yeah, no, I'm laughing at Joy Crazy Sentos singing. Hey, but the thing about it is, it's not even just Bud, because remember, Bud didn't want to rebuild, and
right, that's why he left.
Right,
he didn't want no part of it.
And then what happened? Then in come Trae, because when Trae came, they got rid of Schroeder, which I actually think that was the best move at that time. But at the same time, they got rid of Schroeder. And then Travis Schlenk, the guy who drafted Trae, who was also in Washington, by the way, that he started trying to build around, some Trae and everything like that. We went to the 21 Eastern Conference Finals, but we started paying guys that we should have kind of started moving on from, like Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter wasn't going to get any better than that Game 7. I already figured that. That was really his calling card right there. That's going to be the game that everybody remember about Kevin Huerter's career, for real. And then you look at it, you paid them, so you're bringing all these guys back. You didn't try to tweak the offense at all. You didn't try to tweak the team at all. You brought all these guys back and said, yeah, we're going to run it back with these same guys. And I knew then that was foolish. then you also trade 3 first-round picks for a guy that wasn't worth 2.
And who? DeJounte Murray?
Of course, I never would have made that trade.
Yeah.
But Travis didn't want to make the trade, but they said, "What? We're gonna do this anyway." Travis is out the door. In comes Landry Fields, Mr. Sir, yes sir.
But here's what you missing, Tim. Travis Slink, he was trying to build that same mindset. He was trying to build a Golden State in the East. That's what he was trying to build. That success he had in Golden State, that's what he was trying to build in Atlanta. And unfortunately, it did not work. It didn't work.
But he didn't, and he definitely didn't want no part of DeJounte Murray trade. He didn't. He said we shouldn't do that. That's not the direction that we should go. And he was obviously right. And just like Dirty Bird Gang saying that, now look at the Spurs now because of that trade. And they still got first rounders still left to go. Dumb motherfucker.
And then look at the Spurs right now. Top 3 seed in the Western Conference right now. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, we should have been the one got Wemby, not them. But it is what it is. But any closing statements, either of y'all?
No, it just I just got my seatbelt on, big bro. Until I just got my seatbelt on. See what the Falcons gonna do this offseason for over the next couple months. I'm like they Six Flags over Georgia, man. I'm on the Georgia culture, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for that ride. I'm ready for that ride. I'm ready for that ride.
And man, whatever that ride may be, just know these 3 guys right here, we're gonna have y'all plugged in. And one thing before I leave, the only thing that I got to say is these 2 right here, you're gonna see more of them in the future. I just see it. Matt Ryan, the future of the Atlanta Falcons. He was a quarterback, now he's gonna be as a front office presence. Trust me when I tell you. But another great show, man. 2 hours. We went a little bit overboard, but we had to come through, talk to y'all, man. Y'all made great points in y'all lives. So we said 2 minutes, but look, man, y'all had such great points, and then y'all came through, donated. I had to show y'all some love, man. Shout out to my cousin, man, Atlanta Good Folks, man. Y'all please go check him out on YouTube. He does Atlanta sports content. Check out his shorts, man. He does great shorts. He'll do it on the go in the car. He'll do it in the studio. Y'all please go check him out, man. I got to have him on the show again soon. That's an easy answer, because when we're at Ricochet, he just don't fit what they're doing. But since you said that, I'll let Chris take us out on that note. Talk about that right quick, Chris.
Again, it's hard to develop when all you tell me to do is go run into the corner. You don't draw up no plays for me. You don't let me put the ball on the floor to create. I'm pretty good around the rim, but we'll never see it because I never can put the ball on the floor. I'm always sitting there in the corner. I never have any plays ran for me. But people are talking about my development like I'm supposed to be developing like some of these other guys, but I'm not involved. I'm not involved enough. So, but when I do get involved, guess what? I'm having 12 to 18 points darn near every time. But whatever.
And y'all got to remember, when he was involved in the offense late last year, he did have a 38-point game. And we saw the talent that he could bring. And you got to think, he's one of those guys. He a versatile forward. He can bring the ball up the floor. He can create his own shot, and he can catch and shoot, and he can rebound.
All I got to say is this: Quinn Snyder's seat should be very warm. That's all I'm saying.
Man, Quinn Snyder has turned Zachary Ricochet into a light-skinned Kyle Korver. Catch and shoot, catch and shoot, catch and shoot.
That's just the truth. Not his game.
Quinn Snyder's seat should be very warm. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we were talking about Krispy Kreme earlier, so his seat should be high as one of them damn donuts on that red sign. But another great show, man. I can't tell you how much I enjoy talking with y'all, man. And I enjoy y'all in the chat coming through, talking with us, man. We're going to keep y'all updated all season, man, because Hawks, Falcons, we're going to do it. And I'm going to try to get back into the Braves, but it's tough. Man, look, man, don't you start. Go to bed. As we always do, man. Chris, tell everybody where to find you, man.
Hey man, A1 Forever Sports, that's a platform on YouTube. Like Smitty said, man, this is a great show. No, we did not plan on doing 2 hours, but one thing about it, you guys in the chat, y'all always make the show and y'all give us the energy to keep on going on, keep on talking about different topics and everything. So again, we appreciate you guys because no one has to do anything for you. So we appreciate every last one of y'all coming through, showing love always. Especially when you can get those notifications, keep those notification bells open and ringing because we're going to have more content coming. It's only January 6th. We still got a long off season. We still got a long season still, even for the Hawks. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot of different things going on. The Falcons are like the hottest thing out right now as far as openings, as far as what's going to happen next. So I just can't wait. And we're going to share all the news with each and every last one of you. So, again, find your piece today. If you ain't already done that, catch me on the Hawks Digest on YouTube as well. And Twitter, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. Tell them where to find you, man. And before he gets started, man, go to the chat, man. Click that link, follow his channel, hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button. Turn on them notifications. Go ahead.
That's where I want to start off. But before I get into what I'm trying to do, I definitely have to give a big special thanks to my bros, my guys, Smitty from Smitty Sports Machine, Chris Tip A1 Sports Forever. I wouldn't be doing this without the influence from YouTube, from a YouTube gentleman. So, humbly speaking, man, I appreciate the opportunity, man, to get out there, get my voice out there to the people. So it starts with you two guys, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all boys again, but y'all are my brothers, man. I mean that.
Appreciate that.
Y'all are my brothers. Chat, I'm new to this thing. Like I said, the big bro, Smitty, he been on me, like I said, 2 years. Hey, Sean, talk about it. And that's my real name, Sean. When you subscribe to me, please subscribe to the channel. Smitty put it out there. Let's get 50 subscribers before this stream even ends. I want y'all to get to know me. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to give you the PR talk. No, I'm giving you Sean. Y'all see on the screen, let's get a GA. Sean, we family over here. I'm going to tell you just like it is. Right, wrong, and indifferent. And I'm not right about everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you me. I'm going to be me. So, man, chat, if y'all can do me a favor, when we cut off this stream, I want to see at least 50 subscribers. I'm not going. I'm going to go hard and talking Falcons, Braves, Hawks, Bulldogs, whatever. I'm going hard. I'm so focused on this, and I'm not going to be able to do it without y'all, man. And like I said, Tip, Smitty, thank y'all for the opportunity, man. For people to get to know me, man. So I can't thank y'all enough, man. Love y'all boys, man. Salute to everybody.
No doubt, anytime, man. And Auntie Joy put his link in the chat. It's at the very bottom, so y'all please go click that link, find his channel, and look. He doing his thing, man. The Red and Black Nation. So
Red and Black Nation, thank you. Red and Black Nation, man, is coming. We coming.
Red and black, red and black, red and black, red and black.
But y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also find me at FatBoySlim_21. Y'all see it on the screen. That's why I'm over there blowing it up because that's what I do. And again, man, we got to thank Auntie Joy coming through modding because she the pit bull of the family. And you get wrong, she get right. And look, the Falcons news ain't going to stop. This is my 5th video of the day. I'm wiped out. So I got to recharge my battery, do my thing, and start again tomorrow news break. But for my boy Chris, for my boy Sean, let's get it, GA. We're going to holler at y'all soon, man, because we getting warmed up. It's going to be a long off-season draft talk. As soon as we find our coach and we find our GM, I will start dropping draft videos and free agent videos because I got to see which direction we going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, us three amigos, man, we're going to holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
So